What's up, Taiwan? I'm Eric Gao with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. We begin today in Germany, where at least 5 people have been killed and over 200 injured in an attack on a Christmas market. Flowers and candles cover the ground near a Christmas market in eastern Germany, where on Friday night, tragedy struck. A man rammed an SUV into the crowded market in Magdeburg, killing at least 5 people and injuring more than 200. A 3-minute attack that's shocked the country.
Was für eine furchtbare Tat ist das, dort mit solcher Brutalität so viele Menschen zu verletzen und zu töten. Und deshalb will ich hier als Bundeskanzler auch die Solidarität des ganzen Landes und aller, die in Deutschland Verantwortung tragen, in dieser Sache versichern. Das geht zutiefst zu Herzen und wir müssen hier zusammenstehen.
High-level German officials attended a memorial event near the market on Saturday, with large crowds gathering outside. The suspect, who was arrested at the scene, has been identified by local media as Taleb al-Abdul-Mohsen, a 50-year-old medical doctor from Saudi Arabia who had been living in Germany for nearly 2 decades. Officials have not identified a motive, but he is thought to have acted alone, and some local officials are saying it could have to do with Taleb's frustration with how Germany has handled refugees from Saudi Arabia. He was active on social media, where he shared anti-Islamic posts and promoted conspiracy theories that Germany is spreading Islam in Europe.
Wir können zum jetzigen Zeitpunkt nur gesichert sagen, dass der Täter offensichtlich islamophob war. Das können wir schon bestätigen. Alles andere obliegt den weiteren Ermittlungen. Da müssen wir jetzt abwarten.
The attack has also prompted far-right protesters to gather in Magdeburg, calling for the remigration or forced return of immigrants to their home countries. Meanwhile, prosecutors say the suspect will pay a heavy price.
Gegenwärtiger Stand des Tatvorwurfs wäre praktisch 5-facher Mord bislang, weil wir eben 5 Verstorbene haben und 205 Mal versuchter Mord in Tateinheit mit gefährlicher.
The Christmas market, now surrounded by police tape, will be closed for the rest of the holiday season. Other local Christmas markets have ended early out of solidarity for the victims, with increased security at those that remain open. John Su, Cadence Karanta, and Eric Gao for TaiwanPlus. Demonstrators, both supporting and opposing South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol, have come out in force in the country's capital. Some protesters called for South Korea's top court to uphold Yoon's impeachment, holding signs demanding his arrest. Meanwhile, counter-protesters gathered nearby, calling for his full restoration of power. It comes a week after the president was impeached over his short-lived declaration of martial law. Yoon's presidential powers have been suspended, but he remains in office. He has not responded to the Constitutional Court's attempts to contact him. The top court will decide next week whether to remove him from office or restore his presidential powers. Legal proceedings on Yoon's political future will begin in South Korea's court on Christmas Day. To learn more about what's happening in South Korea, Alec McDonald spoke to Jae-han Park, a professor of international studies at Nanyang Technological University.
Jae-han Park, now that President Yoon Suk-yeol has been impeached, how has the political and societal temperature changed?
Obviously, a lot of people will say that the political climate in South Korea is pretty polarized and tense. This has been true along the regional cleavages, gender and generational lines. But I think at the elite level, the situation is a little bit more muted, or if you will, a little bit more sophisticated. So obviously the immediate question is how to form the governing body to steer the crisis that the South Korea is in. So the opposition party has been proposing that there should be a sort of an intra-party or bipartisan governing body to deal with the situation. In contrast, the ruling party has been arguing in favor of sort of a ruling party and a coalition between the ruling party and the executive branch. I think that the fundamental issue that divides the parties is whether how to deal with the speed of impeachment process, and that relates to the issue of the opposition party leader Lee Jae-myung's legal legal battles.
So, with that process in mind, what is the potential timetable for impeachment?
According to our Constitution, the Constitutional Court has to decide on the case within 180 days. Now there are some, now President Yoon has been dragging his feet in terms of receiving the documents from the Constitutional Court and so on and so forth. But once the decision is made, there should be an election within 2-month time frame. So it can take anywhere from, as early as 4 months all the way to 8 months or something. If you look at the past instances, President Roh's impeachment trial took give or take 60 days. President Park's impeachment trial, it took 90 days or so. And now the opposition party is calling the Constitutional Court to make the decision quicker. So we'll see what happens. There are some technical issues concerning the appointment of Constitutional Court judges, whether the acting president has the authority to do so, and if not, whether the Constitutional Court can decide on the case.
What is the public sentiment towards the interim president, Han Duck-soo, and how can he effectively lead during this time of political turmoil?
So one thing to note about him is that he's actually a very capable man who has served in both conservative and progressive administrations. I think he graduated from Seoul National, top of his class. He went to Harvard. He began his career as a public servant at the Economic Planning Board, which was cream of the crop of the Korean civil servants. So he's a very capable man serving the nation very faithfully across the board. And I think he served as the ambassador to the United States at one point. But the problem is at the domestic political level, he's in a very precarious situation. He recently vetoed 6 laws proposed by the opposition party. And the opposition party initially threatened to impeach him again. And then sort of they walk back on this threat. But moving forward, I think he's going to be in a very precarious waters. And as capable as he is, he's not a career politician, and he's more of a career technocrat. So he's going to have very limited bandwidth in terms of doing anything drastic.
That was Jae-han Park from Nanyang Technological University. The defense ministry here says a potential U.S. arms sale to Taiwan will enhance the country's joint operations capabilities.
目的在满足国军联战直管系统升级的需求。我想，美国基于《台湾关系法》与6项保证，持续协助台湾维持足够的自我防卫能力。
The U.S. Defense Department on Friday notified Congress of the $295 million arms sale to Taiwan. It would include a naval gun system and an advanced joint operations data link system used by NATO and other U.S. allies. The U.S. provides aid to Taiwan to boost its defensive capabilities under its Taiwan Relations Act. China's foreign ministry has condemned the potential arms sale, saying it violates agreements between the U.S. and China. The Taiwan People's Party says it has not received a resignation letter supposedly sent by party chair Wen-je.
其实这一刻为止，民众党中央党部没有收到任何这个书信有关于柯文哲主席请辞的书信。柯文哲就是我们的主席，而且我们会全力跟柯文哲主席站在一起。
It comes after reports that a Taipei court had given Ke permission to send a resignation letter to his party. Ke has been detained incommunicado for more than 100 days, while an investigation into corruption allegations is ongoing. Taiwan is set to become a super-aged society next year, meaning 1 in every 5 people will be aged 65 or older. And as the population ages, senior care is becoming more and more important. And there's one competition in Taiwan highlighting the benefits of health maintenance for seniors through weightlifting. Leslie Liao has more.
90-year-old Zheng Chen Jinmei is on a mission to prove that weightlifting is not just a young person's game. She's deadlifting 35 kilograms at a competition for people aged 70 and above. Then she ups the weight and lifts 40 kilograms like it's nothing. Zheng Chen started lifting weights in 2023 after a car accident injury left her idle and on bed rest.
原本阿嬷在车祸前是2020年车祸前是很健康的，然后因为老人家一跌倒一休息，然后老人的那些退化症通通都一直出来。
好，再这个。
Zheng Chen's family asked her to start weight training to maintain her health, and it worked.
好。
我有甲在老人讲哦，大家来做，唔是讲咱要来做安怎，是身体太健康。无我迄阵啊，都直直翘骨咯，啊直直袂行。
At the competition, Zheng Chen's big moment comes when she deadlifts 45 kilograms. Organizers put on this weightlifting competition to help raise awareness about seniors' health. Taiwan is set to become a super-aged society in 2025, meaning a fifth of the population will be over 65 years old by then. Promoting healthy habits among Taiwan's growing senior population is now an important part of the country's health objectives.
应该说，我们办这比赛就是也是一个沟通的方式。为什么？我们就是直接让我们的长辈直接来现场看。所以你看我们这个长辈，你看70、80岁 ，even 90岁，他都可以做这个6角样硬举，他可以做的也是蛮重，70、80公斤。
Zheng Chen Jinmei has gone against all odds at 90 years old, proving that advanced age doesn't have to mean losing your strength. With an iron will, pumping iron is still very much anyone's game. Dalvin Chen and Leslie Liao for TaiwanPlus.
The Northern Hemisphere has just marked the winter solstice, and here in Taiwan, it's a time for friends and family to gather for traditional stacks. Sandy Chi went in search of some seasonal delicacies.
It's winter solstice, the shortest day of the year, also known as Dongzhi in Taiwan. So how do people celebrate this cold and dark day? Well, they have Tangyuan, which are glutinous rice balls. The round chewy balls are filled with sweet red bean paste and other fillings. And to make sure there's enough of these popular treats to meet demand, businesses have been working day and night.
大概在1个月前就开始备料跟规划一些排单的动作，然后还有各个公司的订单这样子。
Eating Tangyuan is an important tradition in Taiwan, as it is said to bring good luck for the new year. And its round shape symbolizes unity. The dish's name, Tangyuan, sounds similar to the Chinese word 团圆, which means reunion.
因为冬至它通常的话呢，就是1年中最寒冷的一天。那吃汤圆代表有1年在结束的时候，我们会有一个圆满的结果。
The dessert comes in different flavors, including red bean, black sesame, peanut, and many more. Everyone has their favorite flavor.
最喜欢芝麻跟花生的口味。
为什么？口感怎么样？
很香，芝麻很香，然后花生刚刚好，很 Q 这样。
花生汤圆。
为什么？
就甜甜的，很好吃啊。
我今天点了鲜肉汤圆跟一个芝麻花生汤圆，我觉得他们家口感很 Q。
The Chinese community has been celebrating the winter solstice with Tangyuan for over 1,000 years. The hope is that this treat will not only bring warmth to this dark day, but also bring friends and family together as the new year approaches. Justin Wu and Sandy Chi in Taipei for TaiwanPlus.
And thanks for joining us today on What's Up Taiwan. Visit our website to see more of our news stories and other programs. Finally, we leave you with a scuba diving Santa swimming among fish and sharks in Rio de Janeiro. I'm Eric Gao. Take care, and we'll see you later.
In the face of adversity, the power of truth.
A roadmap for a just and open world, charted by the freest country in Asia.
Taipei for TaiwanPlus.
TaiwanPlus News, a voice of freedom in Asia.